Hello and welcome. My name's Lisa Bermudez, and this is your 14-day Ayurveda challenge. On this day one, I'll be talking to you a little bit about what Ayurveda actually is and just what to expect in the next 14 days that we've got together. To start off, just to get an idea about what you'll be doing through these videos with me, each day you'll just play one video according to the day that it is. So today is clearly day one, and I'll give you a little blurb, I'll give you a little description about the topic at hand, and then your video will end with something for you to do that day. Some of the videos will have some practices in them, so just be prepared to either sit and meditate or sit and breathe. And the ones that are labeled as asana or yoga practices, for those, you'll actually be doing a yoga practice. For today, though, the big question is, what is Ayurveda? Whether you've been practicing yoga for many, many years, or maybe you're just tuning into this now and this is your first kind of experience with yoga and with Ayurveda, Ayurveda and yoga are actually meant to be practiced together. Ayurveda is the science of life. It's the sister science to yoga. Really, yoga is, before it was made really popular here or there, wherever it is that you're practicing yoga, many years ago, the practice of yoga was actually meant to help us connect to the divine or connect to that really beautiful divine spark within ourselves. Nowadays, it's definitely a lot more physical. So if you go to like a yoga class at a gym or something like that, you're not going to sit and try to connect with your soul. You'll go and you'll do some physical practices. You'll leave having done some actual asanas, the physical stuff that happens in yoga. So yoga, with that said, though, traditionally it's meant to help us connect to something a little bit deeper. It's help to make us realize that we're just a little bit more than the things that we see around us. It's meant to connect us with the eternal nature of our soul. Ayurveda, on the other hand, is actually the science of, I like to think of it as the science of matter. So, like, this yoga mat that I'm sitting on is made up of matter. These clothes that I'm wearing, they're made up of matter. Whatever you're watching this video on, it's made up of matter. And so am I. So are you. When you touch your skin, when you touch your leg, that's made up of certain qualities. The mat is made up of certain qualities. If you look at it, it's kind of soft. It's definitely pretty stable. If you look at the wooden floor, same thing. There's different qualities to it. It's hard. So unlike the mat that's soft, the floor is hard. And everything in nature, everything that you see around you in this material world that we're existing in is made up of matter. So, same with our food, same with our experiences. If I go outside on a really cold, rainy day and I drink a really cold, icy smoothie, and I'm already feeling kind of cold in my body, and maybe even my thoughts are a little chilling. Maybe I'm a little depressed and sad and not really feeling too warm and like fuzzy inside. All of those things put together will increase the colder qualities in myself. So I'll feel even more cold, maybe even more dreary. And Ayurveda helps us recognize when those things are coming up in us and teaches us how to find balance in them. If I'm practicing Ayurveda and the same thing's going on, rainy, dreary day outside, I hopefully through these practices will have gained the knowledge that maybe I grab a really warm tea, or maybe I even take a warm soup for myself for lunch for that day. And the warm quality of that will actually warm me up a little bit. And then maybe my mind, my thoughts will be a little bit more warmer. I probably won't be as sharp or mean or kind of like taken back by the people and the experiences in my life. So Ayurveda is the study of really our lives. It's the study of the world around us. It's the study of nature. It's connecting with nature. Also, it's definitely on a more philosophical level. It's about a 5,000-year-old practice that originated in India. And over time, it got brought to different parts of the world. You might see some things that we talk about in these videos just have a lot of parallels with things like Chinese medicine or any other type of holistic full body healing. Another really interesting thing that I like to share about Ayurveda is it's an all full body and full soul, full heart, full mind practice. If, for example, I have headaches, I'm really just suffering from headaches all the time. If I go to my Western doctor, they'll give me a pill or a prescription for that headache and it'll treat the symptom. If I go to an Ayurvedic wellness coach or counselor or practitioner or an Ayurvedic doctor, they're going to sit me down and they're going to ask me what my sleep is like, how I feel when maybe I walk up a flight of steps. They're going to ask me what my relationships are like, how happy I am with my job, how happy I am with my friendships, how happy I am with the food that I eat. More importantly, even where am I when I'm eating my food? What mood am I in? Do I multitask? What seasons do I feel good in? Right? And the list is going to go on and on and on. And through that consultation, hopefully, maybe just through one or through a few, the Ayurvedic counselor, coach, practitioner will address the cause of those headaches. So over time, I'm not always taking just something to fix the symptom. I'm actually fixing what's causing it. So it's definitely a practice that's going to ask us to look at our full on experience here on earth. It will ask us to look at how we're feeling physically in our body, right? Am I tired? Am I happy? Am I feeling a little heavy? Am I feeling really light? It's going to ask us about the qualities of our relationships. Do I feel good after I spend time with this person or that person? Do I feel drained after this experience with this individual? It'll ask us about, or ask us to look at our even relationships with our partners. How much am I giving? How much am I depleted? Or how much am I taking from the person that I'm living with and loving? It'll ask us to even notice how we're feeling spiritually. Do I have a practice in my spiritual life that helps me rise, or does it make me feel shameful? The quality of our heart, of my heart. Am I walking through this world in a really loving way, or am I walking through this world really selfish or angry or bitter? And also even the quality of my thoughts, right? Am I walking around day to day feeling like I just am cloudy in my head and I can't really put a thought together, or are my thoughts really sharp? And we'll talk a bit as we move through this about different qualities and how to recognize those and what that means. But really, for this day one in this What is Ayurveda video, I would love for you to take the rest of the day, or maybe you were watching this at night and that's okay too, but take the rest of your day or take 5 minutes out of your day to get a pen and paper and write down how you're feeling. Literally. So set a timer. This might help. This usually helps me. Set a timer for about 5 to 15 minutes and just take a few moments to breathe in and breathe out and ask yourself, write down your answers. Ask yourself, how am I feeling right now? There's no right or wrong answer. It's just checking in. First step to really embodying these practices and having an Ayurvedic lifestyle is to check in. You've got to check in with yourself. So with that said, take the rest of these. It'll be 13 days now after this day one. Take these days and really give the time that you're watching the videos to yourself. So they're not going to be long videos. Pick a time in the morning, afternoon, or maybe at the end of your day where you play the video and watch it in full from start to finish, and then take the practice with you into the rest of your day or your night. And these could be done at any time. This is meant to actually not be a burden on your life. It's something that you're actually infusing into your life. It's here to elevate you. And I hope that you stick to it. If you don't, if you miss a day, please don't get upset with yourself. If you miss a day, just pick back up where you left off. Try not to start over from day one and feel like, oh gosh, I've missed 2 days already. I missed one day. Just pick it back up again. If you miss like 5 days, please do start at day one. But these are meant to really infuse your life with a lot of joy. So your takeaway from this, from day one, is to go get that pen and paper, set a timer, and then write down how you're feeling. And I hope that that brings just a little bit of peace in your life or some kind of insight that you can take into the next day that I see you, which will be tomorrow. So thank you so much for tuning in to this video, and I'll see you tomorrow on day 2.